Hello, welcome to Health and Wellness with Coachatmoore. Today, we are talking about a new sickness that many of us might not be aware of. This sickness could be responsible for some of the stress and anxiety that you might be experiencing in your life. Now, psychologists and mental health professionals are now talking about an epidemic of our current modern world, and they are labeling it a disease. The term hurry sickness. Here's one definition: a behavior pattern characterized by continual rushing and anxiousness. Here's another definition: a malaise in which a person feels chronically short of time and tends to perform every task faster and get frustrated when encountering any kind of delay. Guilty. Now, Meyer Friedman, the cardiologist who became famous for theorizing that type A people who are chronically angry and in a hurry are more prone to heart attacks, he defines hurry sickness as this: a continuous struggle and unremitting attempt to accomplish or achieve more and more things, or participate in more and more events in less and less time. Now, Friedman is also the person that actually came up with the term hurry sickness, and he came up with it after he noticed that most of his at-risk cardiovascular patients displayed a harrowing sense of urgency. Now, Rosemary Sword and Philip Zimbardo are authors of the book called The Cure. They have offered these symptoms of hurry sickness. Moving from one checkout line to the other because it looks shorter and faster. I do that a lot. Counting the cars in front of you and either getting in the lane that has the least or is going the fastest. I also do that. Multitasking to the point of actually forgetting one of the tasks you're supposed to be working on. Guilty. Now, some of you still might believe that hurry sickness is not something you have or are at risk of catching. So let's do a little self-inventory. In the book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, the author, John Comer, gives us 10 symptoms of hurry sickness. Now, today we are only going to discuss 5 of those 10 symptoms because I really want you to reflect on them during the week. So I'm going to list the symptoms and give you a description of each symptom. So I want you to grab a piece of paper and something to write on just in case one of the symptoms I mentioned today is one that you currently suffer from or someone that you know. I want you to jot that symptom down. Are you ready? All right. Number 1, irritability. You get mad or frustrated or just annoyed way too easily. Little things seem to irk you. People have to tiptoe around your negativity and anger when they are in your presence. Now, as you attempt to kind of self-diagnose, don't look at how you treat your colleagues or your neighbors. I want you to look at how you treat your spouse if you're married, children if you have them, your roommate or your sibling, the people closest to you. Moving on to number 2, hypersensitivity. All it takes is one minor comment to hurt your feelings, a grumpy email to set you off, or a little turn of events to throw you into an emotional funk and ruin your entire day. Minor things quickly escalate to major emotional events, and depending on your personality, this might show up as anger or nitpicking or anxiety or depression or just tiredness. The ordinary problems of life have a disproportionate effect on your emotional well-being and your relational grace. Moving on to number 3, restlessness. When you actually do try to slow down and rest, you just can't do it. You can't get your brain to shut off, and you just can't wind down. Number 4, workaholism or nonstop working. You just don't know when to stop, or even worse, you can't stop. Another hour, another day, another week. Your drugs of choice are accomplishment and accumulation. And this could show up as careerism or just as obsessive house cleaning and errand running. The result of this, you fall prey to what we call sunset fatigue. And this is where by day's end, you have absolutely nothing left to give to your spouse, children, or loved ones. And the last one for today, emotional numbness. You just don't have the capacity to feel another person's pain or your pain for that matter. And empathy is just a rare feeling for you. You just don't have time for it. Okay, so look at your paper. How many of those 5 did you jot down today? Now, the point of this discussion today is just to bring awareness to how our constant on-the-go schedule is affecting the people around us and our own mental and physical health. This discussion is in no way to make you or me feel guilty, shame, or to point any fingers. It's just for awareness, because anytime we want to make improvements and changes in any area of our lives, do more of something, do less of something, we have to start with awareness. So for the remainder of this week, I want you to be very mindful of the 5 symptoms we discussed today. If you notice you are displaying any of these symptoms, do a self-assessment. Check your schedule and take some time to jot down some notes or do some journaling. And on Thursday, we will go over the remaining 5 symptoms, and we will discuss on Thursday some preventative ways we can eliminate or prevent hurry sickness in our lives. Anyone is interested in the books I mentioned in today's episode, I will include them in the show notes for you to grab your own copy so you can read it for yourself, or if you're an audio listener, you can purchase the book on audio. That is all the time that I have for you today. We will chat again on Thursday, and I would love to hear any takeaways or aha moments you had after today's episode. If you have anything you want to share, I'm going to leave my email address in the show description. This is Health and Wellness with Coach A.T. Moore. I will talk to you again on Thursday, and we will continue the rest of the 10 symptoms of hurry sickness. Take care.